Hi guys, welcome back to the CFZS channel. I really don't want to do this video today. I'm not good. I'm not good at all. But it's important for me to do videos every week, regardless of how I feel, because it's good for people to see what I'm like on different days. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm not going to be all like jumpy all over the place today. I'm going to be pretty like, I'll try and have a laugh with you, but I'm not exactly going to be performing like a circus clown. I haven't had a busy week or anything like that. I've just been decorating the flat, where I've done, well, not much at all. Bless them, my mum and stepdad have been doing most of it because I just can't. So, nah, it doesn't take much for me to have a bad day, just if I don't sleep particularly well one night, or just random. Getting up is getting harder for me, I have noticed. I really struggle to get up now, like off my bed to a standing position. So it takes a lot of energy. I mean, a serious amount of energy, like when you go to the gym and you push out that last rep of the last set and you give it everything you've got. That's literally me every time I get up. So I have to keep my muscles warm all the time. So I'm much better in the summer, but even today I'm cold. I know I'm wearing a t-shirt, but I'm determined. I'm losing weight and I just want to wear my t-shirts again, because I've been wearing hoodies for about 18 months now. And yeah, no, I've had enough. I've had enough. I don't want to play today at all. I really don't. To be honest, I just want to go to bed, go to sleep. But I know if I do that, I won't sleep tonight, and yeah, just cock up my whole system basically. Right, so last week I described to you the basics of Carey-Fineman-Ziter syndrome, which is all I can do, unfortunately, because, as I said, not enough is known about it. My friend Nathan Freak asked me how I was different to the rest of them, and as I said to him, I don't know. Because of there being basically no knowledge of the condition, I don't know. I can only hazard a guess. Having spoken to another guy in the States, he doesn't have pain. I do. He is much worse off than me facially. He really struggles to talk, whereas I struggle physically with my body, particularly my arms and legs, whereas he doesn't. He's only just started to get to that phase, and he's 43, whereas I started struggling at 18. So yeah, we're trying to get in contact with the 17 people that have this condition and try and find a pattern of symptoms, so we can like piece together a puzzle to see if there's any similarities between cases. But until we can do that, just live in the dark, but I'm used to that. That's what makes it fun, I suppose. Right, I'm going to go back to when I was born, because like I said, I gave the basics, but I didn't go into much detail of how bad I was as a baby. I as well as having Oppenheim's benign hypertonia, which is floppy baby syndrome, if you remember, I also had a floppy gullet. So feeding was incredibly hard. I couldn't swallow very well, and when I was fed, I would sick it back up. So there was great cause for concern. In the end, I don't know what difference it made. I really don't. I can't see how it made a difference, but it did. My bottles were shaped like bananas, and they had lamb's teats on them. That's teats, not tits. I wasn't raised by sheep. So yeah, I don't know how, I don't know what the difference was, but at the end of the day, they made a difference, and so yeah, I was raised like an animal. Great. I'm a sheep. Black sheep for damn sure. I also had difficulty breathing because I had big tonsils and very thin tubes. So for the first few months of my life, I slept next to my mom because there was every single chance that I would just stop breathing, and that'll be it. Fortunately, that, you know, I'm alright. But I was a late developer as well, which is another one of the signs of Carey-Fineman. I was 18 months plus before I started to walk and talk. And even when I started to walk, I was like a drunk old man, you know, bit of a Jack Sparrow going on, like. So childhood was very hard. Very hard. My mum and dad were told that I'd be both physically and mentally handicapped, which the doctors were kind of right. It was delayed, but I have ended up being physically handicapped. However, I've never been mentally handicapped. I have mental health issues, which I will go into another time, but I've never been mentally handicapped in any way, shape or form. My brother, on the other hand, has autism, dyslexia and a learning difficulty. To look at him and talk to him on a daily basis, you wouldn't know this, but it's simple little things that completely throw him off. So he got the short end of the stick with that one. Can't even put the fucking bottle top back on the bottle. Right. What it's like on days like today, it is exceedingly hard. Because I have no energy, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get up or not. So every time I try, I'm going to have to show you at some point how I get up from a seated position, because it is so complicated. I have to have two things to lean on. Now, not only do they have to be of a specific distance from each other, they also have to be at a specific height. I'm talking a couple of inches either way. I can't do it. I can't get up. So I have to have things in place where, fortunately, my bed and my radiator, like I have a footboard on my bed, so I can hand on the footboard, hand on the radiator, and kind of like do a press up, which is lots of fun because I have no arm strength. I have some, obviously. I can lift the bottle, but what I will show you in a short while is I will finish this bottle and I will show you how I open bottles. And that should give you an indication of how much strength I have in my hands and my arms. My shoulders are still quite strong because of the way I have to get up and the way I move. However, they are deteriorating and they are taking such a battering that they're swarm in pain 24/7. It's not an ideal situation that I'm in at the moment. I'm waiting for an adjustable bed, so that'll be here in the next 2 weeks, which I can't wait for. You know, it's gotten to the stage I'm on opiates, paracetamol, anti-inflammatories, injections in my shoulders, and it's still not, I know I'm still in pain. So, you know, just moving, just simple things like, I've got to get up to go to the toilet. And then I have to like kind of build myself up, like, come on, you've got to do it, otherwise you're going to sit here and piss yourself. Not there yet. Don't ever intend on being there, thank you. Second point that was brought up, see, I told you I'm so fragmented today. Second point that was brought up after the first video was my friend's mom's friend saw the video and she advised me to get out as much as possible. Now, that's great advice, thank you. But it's just not that simple. You see, for me, going out gives me a panic attack because I can't go to the toilet when I'm out. And I know you're thinking, there's disabled toilets in there. Yeah, there are. But if you've ever been in a disabled toilet, you notice that the floors are exactly the same in the disabled toilet than they are in the normal toilets. Now for you guys this isn't a problem, but for me, I might as well go fucking ice skating. Sounds daft, I know, but I haven't got the weight in my legs because of the lack of muscle to put down on the floor. So I go on a slippy floor and I'm like, vroom, I'm gone. I'm on my back, or I've got a broken leg, end off. So, disabled toilets, slippery floors, that's one problem. The second problem is because of the way I have to get up, the way the apparatus is set up in a disabled toilet doesn't work for me. The government have been very lazy, and this really pisses me off. They have taken the stereotypical version of a disabled person, which is a person sat in a wheelchair with bad legs. That's what you think of, right? No. Disability comes in all shapes and sizes. We're like a race of people. There are multiple races within disability. I happen to be an alien, if you like. Not been seen before, don't know when it'll be seen again. So yeah, I'm a freak. Great. But you see, it would be great to go into a disabled toilet and think, oh yeah, the floor's slippy, but that don't matter. I can shift over using my arms. I can't do that. So how am I going to get up? So basically the only way I'm going to be able to use a disabled toilet safely is if I have glue on my shoes and someone helps me get up, which is not fucking happening. No way am I letting someone help me get off the toilet. I would rather No, no. That for me would be where I call it quits. I'd be like, no, not anymore. Because I am the kind of stubborn bastard. I would rather die than lose every ounce of my dignity. Fair play to all those people, all those disabled people out there that can do it. I can't. I've been so independent all my life because I've had to be. I've had to be strong. I've had to be on my own through pretty much all of it. I don't want to be helped off the toilet. It's just, I know it's stupid, but no. Not even if I was married, which, I'm not. I just can't. I know people would say it's daft. I don't know, I'm just not. I can't throw the towel in like that. The Viking blood in me just won't let me do it. Just won't let me do it. I actually seriously asked about being amputated and having amputee arms and legs. Nothing was said. So that's how far I'd go to not be helped off the toilet. I'd rather have my legs and arms chopped off and replaced by machinery. But it's an eventuality that I'll probably have to face. Which is why I have my down days. It's why days like today exist. I simply don't want to play. Don't want it. Wish it never existed. But then, if it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else, wouldn't it? So, just fucking get on with it. And that's what I do. But, I know there's people out there that think being disabled is easy, because you get your